Hey, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to your tarot and oracle reading for the rest of 2025. We're going to look at what's coming in for you, what blessings and gifts you may have coming, what challenges and lessons, and what mountain you may need to climb. I'm getting for you, beautiful Capricorn, which is appropriate, and advice from Spirit. Okay, so I've cleared your space. And I'm going to pray, God, Spirit, Universe, please bring truth, light, and clarity to this reading for beautiful Capricorn, and help Capricorn find their highest and most blessed timeline. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. All right, so what do we have for beautiful Capricorn's path ahead for the rest of 2025? All right, we have Queen of Pentacles, extremely fertile, verdant, creative energy. Creating something beautiful with the Three of Pentacles, giving birth to something, gestating something new. Some people are very, very fertile at this time. Some people may be having a baby or may be creating some new life, right? Seven of Pentacles is watching your garden grow, watching things blossom, not coming into fulfillment yet, right? But just like holding space for what it is that you want to create and envisioning what you want to create. The World card, faded endings and faded new beginnings, a cycle ending for many, many people. A turning of the great wheel. So it's not the ending of a chapter, it's the ending of a book, right? And a door opening, Two of Wands, the finger of God, the fates, the faded finger of God, the astrological yod that points you in the destiny, in the direction of your destiny, okay? And then Five of Swords, changing the way you think about something. It's making a mental adjustment. It's gaining clarity. It is the need to gain clarity as well. All right. And we'll get clarifiers for all of these cards. And the Nine of Wands, holding true to your path, you know, especially with that Five of Swords energy. It is the wounded warrior. So, you know, being true to you in spite of maybe being a little confused, in spite of a wrench being thrown in the spoke of the wheel. You know, this wheel is turning anyways because you have the World card and you are staying true to the path and you are doing your part in making it turn. Take it as it resonates. Again, we'll get clarifiers for these. All right. But I will say the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles is such beautiful creative energy. Being the creator of your life, you know, living by design, not by default, you know. And the Queen creates something physical and tangible. It's the earth element, a person, place, or thing with the Three of Pentacles. That is what it is, right? And here she's imagining what she wants to create. And I just will show you this with the next card, the Seven of Pentacles. In the Three of Pentacles, she's imagining these turtles while she is gestating these eggs, which will eventually be birthed into turtles, right? And in the Seven of Pentacles, she's imagining these colorful horses up in the sky. And so these colorful butterflies are manifesting beneath her. So as above, so below, as within, so without. What you focus on, where focus goes, energy flows, and that's how you manifest, and that's what you're doing. And you're really putting the work into this manifestation practice right now with all of these pentacles. That seems to be the focus of the rest of 2025 for you. And it feels like a very, very blessed outcome, right? You have the World card and the Yod, the finger of God, the Two of Wands. So as the wheel turns and as a cycle ends and a new cycle begins, a door opens for you. You know, the Two of Wands is a portal that would not have opened otherwise, like it needed to click into place. You know, it feels like one of those locks where you can hear it clunk into place, right? When it unlocks. And that's just what I feel, clunk, opening, faded opening, right? And then you do have some challenges, but I mean, what these challenges are is you stepping up, into this position, right? The Five of Swords is confusion for a lot of you. It's a mental challenge to be certain, because all fives are challenges and ultimately changes, you know. So there's always confusion with the fives, and it just depends on the element. And so the swords are your mental body. It's mental confusion, you know. You may be conflicted what you're creating. You know, you may have two things, and if the Two of Swords comes out, then we'll know this is true, right? But I feel this for some of you, you have two things and they don't get along very well. And you know, what it is that you're manifesting and what it is that's already present in your life or in your situation. And you may be questioning, you know, what it is that you are creating. You may be questioning the path that you're on. Is this going to get in the way for some people? Does this resonate with what's already here? Am I going to upset the apple cart? Do I have the ability to follow this through? It's going to be different for everybody. Take it as it resonates, but you have the Nine of Wands. So there's a need to step up and to be strong and brave and determined, right? And there's work involved. There's a need to put fire behind things, to put energy behind things, you know, to maybe even for some of you, a little blood, sweat, and tears, waking up early and staying up late, doing the work, you know. But for others, you know, there's a passion, you know, I need to stay focused. Don't take your eyes off the prize. And he's not taking his eyes off the prize. He's got his eyes closed and he's staying focused, right? Just like that energy, right? As within, so without. You know, I really feel a lot of you are going to need to dig deep in order to make this happen. But I mean, if it's worth having, it's worth fighting for, you know. If it's worth having, it's worth working for, you know. And I just feel that for you. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Star. So a lot of you are, this is entrepreneurial energy. This is creating something that is going to make you self-sufficient. You know, it's like creating my own business so I can support myself, so I don't have to rely on other people. You know, it's getting out of the matrix for a lot of people and deciding how you want your world to look and how you want to live your life. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, like, she is the creator of her own life and she doesn't lean on anybody else. So this is like liberating energy. And the Stars, like guidance, and it's also being a guide for many people, and healing, recovery, but shining your light to guide other people, to be self-sufficient for a lot of you. You know, this is like teaching or guiding. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like the Hermit, but it's the Hermit of Pentacles, right? So it's wise with resources and teaching, you know, how to use resources, how to grow resources. And with the Star, that's also that guiding energy, you know. And also there's a lot of healing energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. The queens are all very nurturing, you know. So the Star, again, could be recovery as well. Okay. You have the Page of Pentacles with Seven of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is very grounded, you know, and the Seven of Pentacles is growing your garden. So you can't grow your garden unless the roots go deep, you know. So her feet are very rooted, you know. I just feel like there is maybe not as much growing above ground as below ground for some of you. So you may not be seeing the fruits yet because you're laying the foundation, you know, and that's what the Page of Pentacles does. And the Page of Pentacles embodies the energy that you want to manifest, you know. Again, as within, so without. It's extremely creative energy with all of these pentacles and wands. Like, you are creating something beautiful, Capricorn. And, you know, this is real strong Capricorn energy too, like grounding, rooting deep, type of thing, you know. And the Three of Pentacles with the Chariot. So Chariot is staying focused. Again, where focus goes, energy flows. You know, it's harnessing in your horses, staying very self-disciplined, keeping, again, your eyes on the prize, not letting things distract you. And because you're doing that, like it's literally almost like a spiritual practice doing this, even though this is a very earthy practice of manifesting, you're making it a spiritual practice, you know. You are, through your own transformation, creating something that's going to help other people, you know, through your own inner strength, your inner strengthening, you know, your growing wisdom. You know, I feel like there's like personal development here too, you know. And then with the World card, with the World card, you have the World card. So, I mean, the World card twice, something is going to, like, literally, this is not just the closing of a chapter, but the closing of a book, you know, a sense of identity. And many, many areas in your life will be rearranged, you know, priorities will be completely shifted. It's like taking your life, placing it on, you know, all the parts of your life on a wheel and spinning it. Some things are going to go flying off. What's on top will end up down low. What's over here will be over here. You don't know where it's going to end. You know, it's really, really going to rearrange your whole life. And therefore, again, I feel like your sense of identity, your priorities, 2026, right now, you don't understand what 2026 will look like, you know. Like, it's going to be so different, but it's so blessed. The World card is, like, always a happy, open, freeing card, because it's like a level up, you know. It's when the world goes around, it goes around in a higher octave, you know. So you are ascending in some way with the World twice. And I feel like your elemental bodies, you know, your emotional body, your mental body, your physical body, your fire body, all of the things are like being upscaled, like empowered, upgraded, okay? And then the Two of Wands with the King of Pentacles, the master of manifestation, the master of creativity. The King of Pentacles is also like super resourceful, a great manager, you know, a loving father, like the ultimate father, that, like, again, nurtures the world into being, right? With the Two of Wands, that finger of God, that fated destiny, right? When the cycle closes, you know, and this maturation of manifestation becomes evident, you know, it's evident that this tree is heavily laden with fruit. You know, it's time to do the harvest and all that stuff. You will have a whole new portal to go through, a whole new door to step through, a whole new future. You know, again, 2026, so interesting, so beautiful, I want to say. 2026 is so beautiful for you, Capricorn, because of what you've grown, because of, you know, what you've created from within, you know. All right, and clarifying that Five of Swords and Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So momentum, fast and fiery energy. This could be like, and it's interesting, you have the Eight of Wands with the Nine of Wands. This is like speedy energy too, things unfolding quickly. You know, this is like people or situations wanting to knock you off your center, right? And you have too much momentum to be shaken, or it gives you what you need to dig in, right? With the Nine of Wands, to create momentum, right? Some type of mental conflict can literally be the fuel that you need to create the momentum that you're looking for, because there is a little bit of rooted energy. You have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So that's like deeply grounded, and it can feel slow, you know, especially if the Knight of Pentacles comes out. But you have the Page of Pentacles too. So many Pentacles. When you're gestating things, when you're creating things, right, they unfold in their perfect time, you know. So it can feel like a sludge, but I feel like because you have that deep rootedness underneath, like things grew under the ground before they grew above the ground. With the Eight of Wands, there's going to be a fast development, you know, with the World twice. Super fast development. And I want to say this, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands together, this is divine counterparts. If you're looking for love, there is a strong energy of alignment here. A very, very high probability, if you're looking for love, that you can manifest that in your life. So I love that for you, beautiful Capricorn. Let's see what blessings are coming in for Capricorn. What gifts and opportunities are here for beautiful Capricorn for the rest of 2025? You have Two of Pentacles, your ability to take up a new responsibility or a new practice, like you're getting good at juggling per se. So you pick up another ball, you know, you're just getting good. And when you get good, you naturally decide, well, I'm going to challenge myself, or I'm going to take more on, because that's going to bring more, again, Pentacles, manifestation, right? Four of Pentacles, like you're going to have all the Pentacles here. Four of Pentacles is safety and security. You know, you are protected at this time. You know, Spirit has your back at this time. Okay. What else? What else blesses beautiful Capricorn at this time? Thank you, Spirit. The Chariot again. So I really feel like this is like also momentum. You know, you have the Chariot twice. So the Chariot twice is like creating, or it's showing that you've been able to get these horses to move. It's not easy to make these horses move in the same direction. It's really tricky, because the black horse wants to go make babies and eat, and the white horse wants to go home to Spirit. And that's all they're concerned with, right? But you want to go forward in some way, right? So you really have to use your will. You really have to use your all of your elements, you know, like focus, your emotional guidance system, not spending resources or time or even thoughts, words, and deeds doing peripheral things. Like everything that you give your time to, it looks like you're going to devote to what it is that you're manifesting. It's really, really powerful manifesting energy. Okay. So you don't have time, especially picking up something new, you know, like literally you're becoming better. You know, I felt like managing, I feel like you're managing your life better, you know. So your challenges, 10 of Pentacles, goodness gracious. 10 of Pentacles in the challenge position could be like things that are already manifest could be getting in the way, could be making it hard for you to dedicate your resources to a new thing or what it is that you are manifesting. You know, 10 of Pentacles is kind of heavy energy. It is a tree laden heavy with fruit, right? So, you know, this is something that you've grown for a while, that you've had in your life for a while. So it could be like family. Could be family getting in the way too. Could be a job you've had for a long time. Something established, right? Doesn't mean that it's going to get in your way. It means that it's a challenge, you know? And it can also be, the challenge is, I want this to manifest quickly, you know? But things are unfolding in their perfect time for some of you. Princess of Cups, following your emotional guidance system and hanging on to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You know, embodying that feeling can be a challenge for you. You do have the Chariot, though, as your strength. So you are super focused, you know. I just feel like with the Princess of Cups, it could be emotions as well. You know, it could be a really emotional time. And it may not even be your emotions. It may be emotions of people around you, or, you know, that could be different for a lot of people. It could be questioning what you want, you know, changing what you want too. And then you have the 10 of Cups in your challenge position. So you have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in your challenge position. This is the fulfillment of all of your desires, and this is all your dreams coming true, right? So how is that a challenge? Feels like you don't have many challenges, beautiful Capricorn. That's what it feels like, right? Feels like the world that ends the cycle. That's what the 10s are like. The 10s are like the wheel of fortune in the elements, you know? So it's like maybe having a hard time with the cycle ending, you know, and a new one beginning, you know, maybe a hard time letting go of something, saying goodbye to something, recognizing that something has ended, that there's a fulfillment here, things are fulfilled, you know, so maybe having a difficult, and, you know, I mean, it is the fulfillment of all your hopes and wishes, something that you once loved or still love, right? Coming to a close. It doesn't look like a heartbreaking energy, but, you know, there is a shift here. And whenever the wheel turns, good, you know, good things happen and not so good things happen. You know, it's always a mixed bag. So I guess take the good with the bad, you know. Let's get some advice cards for beautiful Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. How do we advise Capricorn for the rest of 2025? The Tower. Allow things to fall. Recognize that when something falls, it was fated. It was meant to happen. The fall has to happen in order to fertilize the acorn down here, to crack open the acorn, to make new growth, to upend the soil so the acorn can get planted down there, you know. And there's butterflies, you know, for change. Things are changing. So we have to let go of the past sometimes, you know. It's as simple as that, really. The 5 of Pentacles. In your advice, the 5 of Pentacles is changing your values and recognizing how values are changing, you know. I feel like with the Tower and the 5 of Pentacles, like there is an energy of, like, for some of you, ostracization, like being kicked out of your house, being broken up with, being fired from a job, like something like that is kind of Tower, 5 of Pentacles energy. But in your advice position, it's like saying, go with the flow, go with the change. This is bringing you something better. This is not aligned with your future, and you refused to end it before. So now I'm ending it for you, right? Change your values. In fact, this is, you don't value this anymore with the 5 of Pentacles. Literally, you shift how you feel about things, you know, what you want, you know. So you are manifesting. You're such a powerful manifester for the rest of 2025. I feel like some things might be in the way of your manifestation, so they're just naturally going to have to go away, you know. And I'm not trying to be cold about it. You know, I just don't want you to be attached, because it's attachment that causes discomfort, you know. So, like, get comfortable with change. You really have to get comfortable with change, with the world, clarifying the world. You know, that's exciting. And the Fool, be brave and take a leap of faith. What you're afraid to do is what you should do. You know, if you follow your fear, follow your apprehension. The Fool is, you know, stepping off of a cliff. And a lot of people wouldn't do that. But the Fool recognizes that when taking a step in faith, the bridge will appear beneath her feet, right? So, you know, dive into your future with gusto, go with glee into your future. You know, you're going into your future anyways. You may as well go with excitement and appreciation and gratitude for the beautiful future unfolding before you. So powerful is your ability to manifest right now. Believe in your ability to manifest, you know. And also with the Fool, you got to do you. Be yourself. Don't go the direction that other people necessarily want you to go unless that's your soul's urging. Follow your intuition with the direction that you're going in. And there's a new journey unfolding. So if you're given a choice to go in an old direction or a new direction, go in the new direction. Fool and advice row. Ace of Wands, brand new direction. Ace of Wands, brand new inspiration. So lean into the new, the energy of the new, and into the energy of your inspiration, what excites you. Because with the Ace of Wands, you're excited, So be ready for the newness, I guess, And so, let go of the oldness, frankly. And the High Priestess, stay connected to spirit, stay connected to your God's guides and guards. Follow your intuition. The Fool does that too, right? Has the little dog nipping at its heels, like it's following its intuition in spite of what's in front of it. It's not looking in front of it. The Fool is not looking in front of her or him. The Fool is looking up, and the High Priestess is looking within. And because her eyes are closed, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if the camera is focusing, but her eyes are actually open. You can see it on her eyelids, in her third eye, and here on her third eye. Because her eyes are closed, her third eye is open, and she can see clearly. So don't believe your eyes. For some of you, don't believe what's right in front of your face. Interestingly, and again, the Seven of Pentacles. Things are manifesting beneath the ground before they manifest above the ground. And you can see that here, literally, right? So that's pretty cool. So trust that the seeds that you're planting and that the intentions that you are making right now and the focus that you're putting into things is bearing fruit. Okay. Now let's get some oracle cards for beautiful Capricorn for the rest of 2025. Thank you, Spirit. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, which of course, yes, you are, and dreaming a new world into being. So again, as within, so without, it's almost like, dreaming, again, she's imagining these colorful horses, and so these colored butterflies are appearing all around her, right? And she's holding the vision of these turtles, and that's what's being gestated within. It's like dreaming, like you are that level of manifester right now. So watch your thoughts, words, and deeds. Watch what you put your attention on, because you can manifest that, So thoughts become things, so choose the good ones, yes? Starseed, what lights you up? What you want is what Spirit wants. Spirit gives you your desires and your passions because that's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to give your attention to. And so that's what Spirit wants to see unfold in the world. Spirit gives you your soul urgings, or your higher self gives you your soul urgings, because that's what the cosmos wants for us. Yeah. Getting grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. And I really do feel that, stay grounded, stay firmly planted. And it's really, really easy to do that. You just stay, go out in nature every now and then, breathe the air, take in the light codes from the sun. Being closer to the earth is going to give you all you need. All right. Let's get a few more for beautiful Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. You really, truly are a powerful creator right now. This is the time, this is the season, And Spirit, time to collaborate. And really, I definitely feel like you're collaborating with Spirit or with your higher self, You planted the seeds and are holding them, right? But Spirit is raining on them, giving sun to them, nourishing them, like Spirit is doing its part. So timing is divine, all that stuff. But also, there may be a need, right, with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles to delegate more, Two of Pentacles, to bring other people in to help you, And Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. Swan spirit goes deep. This is deep feelings and emotions, and you have the high priestess as well. So, and you have the star. So healing can be taking place, right? Time to go deep, like also like deep thoughts, deep emotions could be coming up, and I definitely would see that with a lot of the cards that you have now, right? So honor your feelings, honor your emotions, recognize if they're yours or not, even, like practice a presence and why can't I think of this? Because I'm not great at it, I suppose. Mindfulness. Practice mindfulness for the rest of 2025, because you are so creative. You are everything that every intention that you have is a spark of creativity being sent out. So, again, harness in those thoughts. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.